From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
We are making it through another week together. Finally Friday, and a fabulous Friday at that. A look into the weekend as well.
And crews continue to comb through the rubble of a pedestrian bridge that collapsed in Miami, Florida, taking the lives of 6 people. Plus, the man who accidentally shot and killed his neighbor in efforts to stop a dog mauling is expected in court. Thank you for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. I'm Rhonda Walker, and topping our news this noon, a man just trying to help his neighbor in need. 61-year-old Michael Lewis Williams tried to step in when a stray dog dragged his neighbor into the street and mauled her. He carries a license to carry a weapon, so he aimed that weapon at the dog and shoots, but he hits 55-year-old Patricia Cosby by mistake. Now he's expected to appear in court in front of a judge. Here's Local 4's Coco McAvoy with more details on this terrible accident.
This was a touchy case because police believe Michael Williams was trying to help his neighbor, Patricia Cosby, and stop the dog attack, but he shot Cosby and not the dog, and she passed away. In October of last year, Patricia Cosby was walking on Detroit's east side when she was attacked by a dog. Cosby was dragged into the street by the dog and began yelling for help. Her neighbor, Michael Williams, came out of his home and tried getting the dog off of Cosby. Williams tried firing his gun at the dog, but ended up shooting Cosby multiple times. She died from her injuries. After the shooting, Williams spoke to Local 4 after killing his friend and neighbor.
I was glad I was there, but in a way I kind of hate I was there, you know, especially with her losing her life like that, and all I was doing is just trying to help.
Police believe Williams intended to help and not harm his neighbor, Patricia Cosby. Now he's charged with careless discharge of a weapon and is expected to face a judge today for the deadly shooting. Williams is a CPL holder. They never ended up finding the dog, but we will keep track of this story and let you know when he's formally charged. I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
We're going to continue to search this pile until we're sure that there's no other survivors.
Recovery efforts for victims of Thursday's bridge collapse in Miami, Florida continue today, a day after this newly installed pedestrian bridge collapsed onto the busy road below, crushing several cars underneath it. It happened on the campus of Florida International University. Officials say at least 6 people were killed and several others injured in that horrific collapse. Wendy Wolfuck is in Miami with the latest.
Rhonda, the primary focus right now is to remove the victims in some sort of dignified manner. And secondly, not to compromise any of the evidence in the investigation.
As the search and recovery continue today, the death toll climbs.
We can confirm is at this point, at least we can confirm 6 fatalities.
Throughout the night and into the morning, rescuers painstakingly search through the unstable rubble of the 950-ton bridge that came crashing down on a busy highway Thursday, crushing cars and people under massive concrete slabs.
Once we break that large piece apart, then we'll be able to start pulling it off. So it's going to be very tedious. Well, that's our goal, which is to get everything removed so we can get to those victims.
At least 8 cars were crushed under the pedestrian walkway, still under construction, and a planned link for students at Florida International University.
I heard a creaking noise first, and I had no idea what it was, but it sounded like the bridge, so I just looked right up and it fell an instant.
Richard Humble was a passenger in a car passing under the walkway when it collapsed.
I thought when I saw the bridge coming down that I was dead too. And I don't know, I didn't know what happened when I didn't die, and I was just crushed in the vehicle and I couldn't get out.
The female driver of Humble's car remains missing under the rubble. Now as the search for more victims continues, so do questions over the construction of the bridge, built using a method which was hailed as being faster, cheaper, and safer.
The NTSB will be on the scene here for at least the next 5 to 7 days. They are trying to figure out exactly what happened and how to prevent it from ever happening again. In Miami, Wendy Wolfolk, Local 4.
Wendy, thank you. Such a tragedy. The National Transportation Safety Board will remain on the scene for at least the next 5 to 7 days to figure out what happened, how it could have happened, and hopefully to prevent it from ever happening again. We're going to switch gears here and talk to Brandon about our forecast. I think one thing that has us all smiling is the fact that the sun is shining.
And the weekend is here, and we've been promising you improvements for the weekend, and that's exactly, folks, what we are delivering here at noon. We have a live look at Mount Clemens with 31 degrees right now. The winds are beginning to relax a little bit finally, but a lot of our north zone, north of M59, struggling with still pesky breezes and cooler numbers. West wind brings the feels like number to 23, but other areas, look at Sandusky. Poor folks up there still dealing with single-digit wind chills, but M59 and north, it's teens. And again, it gets better as the sun holds on. This is a competition. We have sunshine versus the cold. 31 now, up to 36 at 2. Winds are lighter, and then look at that, 4 p.m., 40. Sunshine wins, a lot like a team I know that's playing at about 7 o'clock tonight. Sparty wins today, too. Go green, go white. Here's a quick look at tomorrow, a sensational Saturday. In the morning, it's top of the morning. It's going to be clear and 30. We have a noontime shillelagh sunshine and 38. And Rhonda, the luck of the Irish, they'll be with us all weekend.
Brandon, thank you. I've got my green on for the Spartans and for St. Patty's Day tomorrow. We'll check back in with Brandon for a more extended forecast in a moment. But meanwhile, we are following a mysterious accident that happened on Detroit's west side. Take a look at the video. Police are investigating this SUV that smashed right into a building. This is located just east of the Southfield Freeway near McNichols and Lindsay. Right now, we're not sure if anyone was hurt because police can't locate the driver. That person took off, so we will continue to keep you updated on the developments there. After receiving a non-credible threat, what they're calling it, backpacks of any kind are not allowed at Romulus High School today. In addition, all individuals will be required to go through metal detectors on their way into the school. The school says that this is just normal protocol to ensure the safety of its staff and students. The Romulus Police Department is currently investigating that threat. Southbound I-75 near Holbrook, it looked like this early this morning. It's back open after this semi rolled over, losing its load. The accident happened a little after 4 o'clock in the morning when a speeding SUV lost control and hit a semi-truck carrying scrap metal. The driver of the SUV had to be taken to the hospital. The semi-truck driver was not injured. And March Madness has kicked off officially yesterday, and one of our 2 local schools are already making their way into the next round. The University of Michigan faced off against the Montana Grizzlies out in Wichita, Kansas last night. After a bit of a slow start, if you watched, the Wolverines finished strong and won the game. Michigan State is going to be facing off right here in downtown Detroit later today. The Spartans are taking on Bucknell at 7:10 tonight at Little Caesars Arena. So good luck to the Spartans. Michigan State, not the only team playing today. The final 2 #1 seeds are both taking the court tonight. #1 seeded Xavier facing Texas Southern at 7:20. 2 hours after that, #1 Virginia, a co-favorite to win the tournament, plays UMBC. And if Michigan State wins tonight, because we like to look ahead even though we know the players are supposed to stay present, they will face the winner of the game between TCU and Syracuse. Another one of the games happening at Little Caesars Arena today, representing the Big Ten, is Purdue against Cal State Fullerton in about a half an hour from now. So lots of action if you're a basketball fan, and it's fun to have it right here in Detroit as well. Next at noon, a reunion that couldn't come sooner. The dog sent to Japan by mistake on a United Airlines flight makes its way all the way back home, about a 6,000-mile trip. Plus, more mix-ups at the White House, who's now said to be heading out and who will be stepping in. And security footage finally released from the Parkland shooting from last month down in Florida. What investigators say the video clearly points out. Welcome back. The Broward County Sheriff's Office has released the security camera footage showing the actions of Scott Peterson, the security guard at Stoneman Douglas High School down in Parkland, Florida. The video appears to confirm the resource officer did not try to confront the accused gunman. Peterson is seen walking with a school employee towards a classroom 1 minute after the first shots were fired. Less than a minute after that, he's seen driving through campus on a golf cart until he took position outside the building where he reported shots fired. More changes inside of the Trump administration, as now there are reports that H.R. McMaster will be replaced as National Security Advisor. The switch may, however, be delayed since there's no final decision on a replacement. This comes as the president has said that he's prepared to dismiss aides who he has clashes with. Many are calling it long overdue. RuPaul will be honored today with a Hollywood star, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The host of RuPaul's Drag Race, well, he's going to be given his own star directly outside the World of Wonder, the production company for RuPaul's reality show. RuPaul has been a staple figure in both LGBTQ and pop culture arenas for more than 3 decades. And you may remember this dog who has racked up a large amount of frequent flyer miles in the past couple of days after being sent to Japan instead of Kansas by mistake. Well, now he's reunited with his family. Ergo's owner, Kara Swindle, says that the dog had to fly in cargo on a different flight than the family because the dog was too big for their flight, and he was scheduled to land in Kansas City before she was. But Ergo's cross-Atlantic journey ended up on Thursday. That's when he finally got back home. He was shipped off to Japan by mistake, but he's safe and sound after that 6,000-mile journey. Oh, if dogs could talk. Can you imagine what he'd be saying about that? We won't even go there. Imagine what you would say. Coming up, a new trend quickly gaining popularity that changes the way that you think of sleep. How many sleepers are now ordering their mattresses and the benefits that come from it. Everything's going online, Brandon.
Yes, it is, but your computer and your phone does not have a personality like this weather guy, so don't get it from your phone or your app, unless it's ours. We have a weekend warm-up. It's cool right now, and we're tracking one big speed bump in the 7-day next.
Right now,
Did you know?
Well, because the Spartans are playing downtown, I wanted to go to the storm pin closest to Lansing, and this is Fowlerville. And Rhonda, what do you see in the clouds there?
Spartan.
Well, you remember?
A Spartan wind.
Remember Wednesday was Pie Day, and look at
Oh, that does kind of look like a pie.
That's
You're
pretty
right.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Pie, the other kind of pie, and certainly encourage everybody to get the Local 4 Storm Pins apps, meant for a social media way of sharing information during storms, but it's just a fun little site with great pictures, and we appreciate you sharing all of them. Upper 20s to low 30s. Except for areas along and north of M59 like Pontiac, 25 with a wind chill of 15. The winds will be relaxing here through the afternoon. We've been promising that all morning, and they've been hanging on, but they are letting go. 40 degrees, and the sunshine in the end will get the win here with a fabulous Friday. A lot of areas won't quite hit 40, but I think a lot of places closer to Detroit will. 23 degrees overnight. And look into your weekend here. St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. You got to have corned beef and cabbage if you're going to manage. Middle 40s tomorrow with tons of sun. Just watch out, you fair-skinned Irish, for sunburn. See, it went pirate. That was not what happened. 50 degrees on Sunday, both weekend days. In fact, today, through Tuesday, mostly dry and very pleasant. Don't have a whole lot happening here. We're stuck under clouds up in the thumb, and that's why temps are a little bit cooler. These north winds driving some of those clouds. Probably have north winds again tomorrow. And this storm maker coming out of the Plain States is a near miss Saturday, spreading some cloud cover across our south zone tomorrow morning. But that is about it. No wet weather. Again, Monday is dry. The first day of spring is Tuesday. Mother Nature doesn't care because Tuesday night into Wednesday, spring. How about a wintry mix? We could, according to one model, Rhonda, have a couple of inches of snow on the ground Wednesday morning. We'll see.
Oh, come on. It's spring by then. We need to cut out the snow.
Go green.
Thank you, Brandon. Go white. Well, today is World Sleep Day, and we spend about a third of our lives in our beds if we get a good night's sleep. So getting the right mattress is extremely important, but the days of testing out the box springs in the mattress stores are apparently fading. So here's what you need to know about the bed in a box trend. Take a look. A bed in a box is just what it sounds like. A foam mattress compressed and rolled into a package and delivered straight to your doorstep. It may seem strange, but more people are choosing to buy a new mattress online.
People just don't like to shop for mattresses in a store. It's really awkward to be going into a store with a salesperson watching over you.
And a growing number of startups are aiming to cut out the middleman. Now there are almost 200 online mattress companies offering simplified options, free shipping and returns, and a generous trial period. An attempt to make the process as painless as possible. Brands promising a good night's sleep, and reviewers saying many live up to the hype.
These beds in a box really aren't a gimmick. We've seen mattresses come through our labs that are sold by these bed in a box companies that score very good or excellent across the board for a variety of sleep styles and sizes.
Some brands are also partnering with retailers, so you can try them before you buy. Test out the Leesa mattresses in West Elm stores, Casper in Target, and Tulo at Mattress Firm stores. Ordered and shipped to you for the same price as online.
You should really sleep on it for at least a month to get a good idea if it's a good fit for you.
And with most trial periods lasting more than 100 days, there's plenty of time to see if a bed in a box is the mattress of your dreams. Wow, have times changed? Until today, I hadn't even heard of that before. Still ahead, a kiss cam that trumps all others. We're going to show you the special moment made in front of fans that no one expected.
Alt 106.
Welcome back, everybody. We have something sweet for you before we go. We have a real-life love story to show you involving a pair of hockey fans.
This couple, it's Kimberly and Bill, and they found themselves on the arena scoreboard. Kiss cam during a break in the Florida Panthers Boston Bruins game, and it turns out that Bill Caldwell's brother is Matt Caldwell. He's the Florida Panthers president.
Well, that helps pull off something cool like this. Kimberly's surprised. You could see it all over her face. Bill's proposal was carried live both on the in-house scoreboard and on Fox Sports Florida. Pays to have a good brother, right? How sweet is that? Aww.
That's pretty awesome.
And I mean, he put himself out there. I mean, hopefully she says yes.
If not, I would have loved to have seen that live.
Congratulations to them, and thanks for being with us. Go green.
Go white.